Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a short story uh, about Guru Sukracharya. So let me begin the story. You know, Sukracharya was the son of Rishi Bhrigu and he had immense power and he was a very learned fellow. He could learn everything very quickly. So when he was a child, Bhrigu Rishi sent him to Rishi Angirasa for his education. And Sukracharya uh, went to Gurukulasrama, means to Angirasa. And while he was there, at that time, Brihaspati was also learning with him. Brihaspati was the son of Rishi Angirasa. But somehow, Sukracharya saw that Angirasa, his guru, was showing favor to his own son, Brihaspati. That he didn't like. And that is why, in due course of time, when Brihaspati was accepted as the guru of Devas, immediately Sukracharya preferred to be the guru of Asuras. And as you know, always there was a battle between Devas and Danavas. And both of the parties, they were affected. Sometimes they won, sometimes the Danavas won the battle, sometimes the Deva. But when in due course of time, Sukracharya noticed that the Asuras are badly affected by the Devas, he thought that I should do something for them. And thus he went to worship Lord Shiva and to get Mrityu Sanjivani mantra. You know, Mrityu Sanjivani mantra is that which infused the life to the body of the diseased, even if he was killed. And that means he will get back his life once again, the dead fellow. So thus he went to the forest, to learn, to get Mrityu Sanjivani mantra from Lord Shiva. While he was doing his tapasya, he left his Asura troop under the care of his mother. And in the forest, he started severe penances and he tried his best to please Lord Shiva. Like he started hanging himself upside down from the branch of a tree, and he left everything, means water, food, everything, and he was only, means he survived only by taking the smoke of the dried leaves, burnt leaves. Now while he was doing, and that to thousands of years he went on doing that, while he was doing these severe penances, that time Lord Indra was very much afraid, and that is why he sent his daughter Jayanti to disrupt his penance, to break his penance. And Jayanti came and she saw the hard penances, but still then, as she was commanded by her father, she put some chilies to the burnt leaves. And these chilies made blood ooze out from the nose, eyes and mouth of Sukracharya. But still then, Sukracharya was not affected, means he didn't, he determined to continue in that condition also. And ultimately, because of his hard penances and determination, Lord Shiva was very much pleased, and he appeared before him and said, "Oh Sukracharya, I am extremely pleased, and now you ask me a boon." And Sukracharya just went on singing the praise of Lord Shiva. He paid him respect, and again he worshipped him. Then he asked for Mrityu Sanjivani mantra from Lord Shiva. And ultimately, Lord Shiva gave it. Now, after coming back, whenever any Asura was killed, Guru Sukracharya could help him to, and he was reviving him, the dead Asura. So the Devas, they were very much afraid of this. Now, as you know, even that condition came to the Devas, that they were so much afraid because of this Mrityu Sanjivani because there was no loss of any asuras. Whenever they died, once again they got back their life. That is why they requested Brihaspati to send his son Kacha to Guru Sukracharya so that he could learn the Mrityu Sanjivani mantra from Sukracharya. As you know, Kacha came to Sukracharya and Sukracharya was so noble. Knowing fully well, he became very happy when he came to know that Kacha was the grandson of Angirasa. First he didn't accept him as his disciple, but later on, as he was very kind-hearted and noble, he accepted Kach as his disciple. But he didn't teach him Mrityu Sanjivani mantra at all. Now, Kacha served him and his daughter Devjani very sincerely. And yes, remember, Jayanti, that daughter of Lord Indra, when she saw the hard finances, even after putting chili, she felt guilty and she was very much impressed with his penance, Sukracharya's penances. That is why she requested him to marry her. And ultimately, Sukracharya married Jayanti. And they were blessed with a beautiful daughter, Devjani. Now this Kach served both the father and daughters, Guru Sukracharya and Devjani, very sincerely. And in due course of time, Devjani fell in love with Kacha. She wanted to marry him. But Kach had no such intention. However, he tried, and for some time, Sukracharya didn't teach him that mantra. But this attitude of Sukracharya means accepting Kach as his student, the Danavas were not happy. They tried to kill Kacha many times, and even they killed him, but every time. Since Devjani was very much in love with Kach, she wanted him and requested her father to give his life back. And Sukracharya chanted the Sanjivani mantra and Kach got back his life. So ultimately, without the knowledge of Sukracharya, once the Danavas, they killed Kacha and they burnt him, then they powdered his bone, mixed it with alcohol, means wine, and then they served it to their Guru Sukracharya. Sukracharya that time couldn't come to know, he drank it. So when Kacha didn't come, Devjani was very much worried and she once again requested her father, ki, oh father, call Kacha. I think all the Danavas, they have killed him. I want him at any cost. So, as I told you, Sukracharya loved his daughter very much, even more than his life. So that is why, to keep her request, he called Kach. That time Kach told him, ki, oh Gurudev, I am in your stomach. How can I come out? And if I will come out, then you will be in danger. Now Sukracharya was in a dilemma. So he told Devjani, you, daughter, if I will call Kach and he will come out, then I will die. But Devjani loved both her father and Kach very much. She just requested, and ultimately Sukracharya taught the Mrityu Sanjivani mantra to Kach when he was inside his stomach. And Sukracharya called him, Kach tore apart his stomach and came out, and immediately Sukracharya died. Then Kach chanted the Mrityu Sanjivani mantra and revived Sukracharya once again. But at that time, Sukracharya realized that what blunder he has done, because he didn't want to teach Mrityu Sanjivani to anyone. However, Kach got the Mrityu Sanjivani mantra and ultimately he went to the Devas. Now you know, Sukracharya, as you know, he was very powerful, he had immense power. So once he tried to uh, attack Kubera and to grab all his property. That time Kubera went to Lord Shiva and complained. He said that Sukracharya was putting him into trouble and he wanted to grab his property. Thus Lord Shiva got very angry because Kubera was very near and dear to Lord Shiva. Now Lord Shiva got very angry and he immediately brought uh, Sukracharya and put him on the top of his spear. That when Sukracharya heard that Shiva got angry, he was terrified. He thought what to do, whether I will stay or I will run away. Somehow, Lord Shiva brought him and put him on the top of the spear. That time, Lord Shiva just bent his spear and tossed him on his palm. He made the shape of a bow to his spear and tossed Sukracharya on his palm and swallowed it. When he swallowed it, Sukracharya just moved round and round inside the stomach of Lord Shiva. He couldn't get any outlet to come out. Then inside the stomach, not only that, he saw the whole universe inside his stomach. Everything, all the grahas, nakshatras and everything. And he was terrified. He went on singing the praise of Lord Shiva and he worshipped, he prayed, he chanted the hymns, so many things he did and requested Lord Shiva to bring him out. Thus, Lord Shiva couldn't get any outlet, so ultimately he came out as his sperm to the outside world by his private part of his body. And his name, from that day onwards, his name became Sukracharya. And Sukracharya once again prayed to Lord Shiva. Shiva was happy, very much pleased with him, and he blessed him. Actually he wanted to kill him out of anger, but that time Mata Parvati said, "Oh Lord, when he was inside your tummy and he has come out from you only, you should not kill him at any cost. He is our son." Thus Sukracharya survived. And you know what? His principles are so good. Like one of the principles, many nitis he had said. The most important what I am going to tell you is that age doesn't concern with the capabilities of a person. And until and unless somebody had asked you, do not reveal your age. Second thing, the secret between you and your partner, you should never talk to others. Third, if you have money, then don't let others know how much you have. Fourth, donating is a kind of act of kindness, but that doesn't mean that you will become boastful. And yes, always do, if your destiny is not favorable, then even if you will try hard, you may not achieve your goal. But by doing good karma, your destiny can be changed. So whatever you are living through, your past deeds, because of your past deed, so at least knowing fully well in this life, you do some good karma which will change your destiny. And so many other things also he taught, but let me speak up to this. Once again I will meet you and tell you the beautiful stories about Guru Sukracharya, because it is a lengthy one. How he saved, he tried to save Vamana, the Asura king Bali. That time Lord Vishnu took the Vamana form, and when Sukracharya tried to close the outlet of the that spout where he had supposed to pour the water, that time Lord Vishnu became very small, and he took Lord Vamanadev took one grass blade and poked it. Thus Sukracharya lost one of his eye. Anyways, thank you so much, and once again I will meet you with another story. And yes, if you have time, please visit my site thegalpa.com. Thank you so much.